Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all have had a great holiday season. Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. This is going to be a very dynamic month as we start this new year. You already had a card fly out, so right when I was saying you're going to have a dynamic month, let's see what that is. So you all have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, so possibly learning some type of new skill this month, possibly looking into information around starting a new goal, a new job, something that you need to learn something. So let's put that over to the side, but there definitely might be some new skills that are coming your way this month, Aquarius. So Aquarius, as I was saying, welcome to 2023. We start off January with some really dynamic news because we have Mercury and Mars already retrograde. So what this means for you is as you're setting your goals, make sure you're just really fluid, make sure nothing is too rigid, because I promise you they will change by time both Mercury, Mars, and actually Uranus will go direct later on in January. So lots of energy moving through. So just be really fluid, like I said, with your goals. And I would even wait until after Mars and Mercury both go direct mid-month before you really set real goals, because I feel like it will help you be a little more clear in your intentions, okay? Next, we also will see the sun move into Aquarius, into you all's signs. So happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I always love when we move into Aquarius season. I feel like my mind is a lot clearer. I feel like I have a lot of new ideas when we come to this time of year. So happy birthday, Aquarius. Also, check the description box below. It will list all of the important dates for the month of January. And if you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented, given me a thumbs up on YouTube, it really helps my channel grow. In 2022 was a really great year for Scorpio Soul Time. I was able to grow my viewership. But if there's anything that you all would recommend that would help my channel grow in terms of how I can help you all more, what content you would like to see, please leave me a comment. I try and reply to all the comments, and I would welcome any new information or ideas, okay? Okay, Aquarius, so before we get started, I'm actually using a new deck this year, which is called the Gold Foil Tarot. I'm not sure if you can see how holographic it is, but I really love it. I got it for Christmas, and it really is really beautiful. It has this really nice sheen on it, and each card has kind of like its own holographic parts to it, so I really love it. Okay, Aquarius, so what we're going to do is we are going to go week by week. We're going to pull 2 cards for each week and see where your energies are for the month of January and starting off 2023. Okay, so for the first week, you have the Knight of Cups in the upright position, as well as the 10 of Pentacles in reverse that first week. So possibly some kind of family news coming on in that first week. The second week, you do have the 2 of Cups in the upright position, as well as the 3 of Cups. So maybe some really great news coming on in. Lots of cups already. So Aquarius, you also might be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancerian. Don't be surprised if you have more intuitive thoughts and things as you move throughout January. By the time you get to the third week, you do have that 5 of Wands, so maybe some kind of strife or some type of competition that you'll be facing. And look at that 5 of Swords, or excuse me, 5 of Cups was already turned over, and I didn't even have to turn it over. So I'm actually going to put that over to the side and see how that plays out later on in this reading, because you had a 5 and then you had that 5. So wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of disappointment that third week of the month, and maybe you'll be moving away from it and moving into better waters with that 6 of Swords. The fourth week of the month, you have the Ten of Swords. So definitely some type of endings could be occurring this month, Aquarius. And lastly, Two of Swords to end the month. So definitely a lot of mixed energy, and I think that makes a lot of sense because we definitely have this energy, Aquarius, of not only us coming into your sun sign, we have Venus conjunct Saturn on the 22nd in Aquarius. We have Venus squaring the nodes on January 10th of Aquarius and Taurus. So lots of dynamic energy. So just really, you know, pace yourself throughout the month, Aquarius. Don't try to go all ham this month because you're going to have a lot on your plate. So as we start off the month, we have, like I said, Mercury and Mars are retrograde as we start the month. Venus is conjunct Pluto on the 1st, and Venus moves into your sign on the 2nd. So Aquarius, you can see this Knight of Cups and this Ten of Pentacles. So I almost feel like there's this, I love this like radiating energy from that holograph of the Knight of Cups. And it feels like someone is going to bring you some type of news at the beginning of the month. And I think it's definitely going to relate to something dealing with your family, possibly an inheritance, or possibly just some emotionally interesting news. I don't want to say good or bad, but just emotionally interesting news that might have to relate to some type of money, or maybe a deposit, or something that you get back at the beginning of the month, or maybe there was something that last year you were waiting for. That Knight of Cups sometimes has to deal with waiting because he's not moving. He's kind of like standing still. So it could be some emotional not only emotional energy, but almost some intuitive energy that many of your family members and you might feel at the beginning of the month, dealing with resources, money. And it will be interesting to see, because it's like, it feels like by the time you get to that second week, it's really good news that comes in. So I feel like the news that you receive at the beginning of the month carries over to that second week, and it's really some positive news. It sounds like maybe you and a spouse, a loved one, maybe you and your family members are all celebrating, but there is some really gratifying news coming on in by the time you get to the second week of January. And like I said, by the time we get to that second week, we do have Venus squaring the nodes, and of Aquarius and Taurus both at 9 degrees. So I feel like maybe that money energy along with Aquarius could be a really great news coming on in that second week. By the time we get to the third week, to me, this is where the energy shifts, because now there's like strife. Now you're moving away from something. And by the time you get to that fourth week, there's some kind of definite endings. And remember, we did have that 3 of Pentacles and 5 of Cups kind of jump out or appear. And so I feel like there's this underlying current of someone isn't happy. Someone in your immediate surroundings either isn't happy with how things are going. You mentally might need to move away from them. There might be some type of energy around people not agreeing, you kind of getting tired of it. I don't know if this is dealing with at the workplace. To me, it feels like the first few weeks had to deal with home, while the second few weeks seem like they might have to deal with your workplace, or have to deal with people that you are around all the time. And I feel like by the time you get to that last week of January, Aquarius, there is a decision that you need to make. You need to decide if you're still wanting to stay where you're at. You're mentally being taxed, and your spirit guides are telling you, like, you need to make a decision, and you need to figure out, is this the end of, you know, are you still wanting to stay until the end, or is this the end now so that you can move on, deal with it, and leave it in the past? And I think that, remember what I was saying about that 3 of Pentacles? I really feel like it's at the workplace, because that 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. That 5 of Cups, it's like you're in your feelings about something that either happened at work, some type of news that comes in, some people at work being really petty or something. But there definitely feels like there's some ending readings that's going to occur for you, Aquarius, at the end of January. So just be prepared for that. But I think it's going to set you off into a new trajectory with that Six of Swords, that you're going to be moving on to something much better. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you all have a great January, and I'll talk to you later.